Well, the Pentagon has released more UFO files to the public today. There are more than 50 videos included in this second release, but no hard confirmation that anything is extraterrestrial. One from 2022, which doesn't have a location listed, shows several spherical objects going in and out of the water near a submarine. We spoke with Chrissy Newton, who's the host of Discovery's Alien Encounters Fact or Fiction, and tells us about one video that caught her eye.
There's a Syrian UAP instant acceleration video that's unbelievable. We're seeing the UAP generally close up, and we're watching it move, accelerate instantly. And there is nothing in our inventory within the American government or around the world that we know of. And also looking even at general science that would be able to have somebody or a person or a human within that type of craft move that fast without dying. We're seeing that it's like instantly accelerating, pivoting at unbelievable speeds. So this was recorded, I believe, in 2026 on March 6th. And so those are one of the examples of the videos that we've looked at that we find to be so wonderful and relevant.
Newton says the release of this information is important, but understands why some people, even those fascinated by the UFO topic, are dismissive.
People that like this UFO topic, they're like, we're sick of photos. We're sick of videos. We've had that, we've had them since 2017, right? With the New York Times breaking news piece with Christopher Mellon and Lou Elizondo. So we're sick of that. They're saying we want to hear about NHIs, right? Non-human intelligence. We want to see documentations of conversations. We want more emails. That's what they're looking for. And so we're hearing that more in the podcast space where people are talking about NHIs than we are seeing in the government space. But to be honest, I don't think we're going to get an NHI conversation anytime soon.
And Newton says what's frustrating is that the government releases these files but won't talk about them.
There is this office that is adjacent to the Department of War and the Department in the DOD, Department of Defense, is called ARROW, the All Domain Resolution Office. And so today I reached out to the Department of War asking about where is ARROW? Where is this? Americans pay tax money to have these types of UFO videos and images analyzed. And so what I received back from the Department of War was a response that is just mind-boggling to me. They wrote to me, ARROW will continue to conduct its statutory missions of detecting, identifying, and analyzing, resolving UAP. Any encounters described in these releases that are solved in the future will be posted on arrow.mil. Now, yes, that's fine. But what really is the kicker is that the other part of the statement is we are not providing any comment or assessment on the files overall or any specific file so that the American people can make up their own minds regarding the files. And you go, what? Hold on for a second. Their job as an office and that they're paid to do is to analyze these videos and these files. So first, why is Americans paying this money? This is their tax money. And second of all, why are you just releasing information in videos and files and saying, oh, well, we're not going to do our job and you can just make up your own mind? That causes a lot of misinformation and disinformation within the public. And so Sally down the street can't analyze UAP photos, so she has no idea what she's looking at. And there's a major problem with that response.
Yeah, Newton says if non-human intelligence is real, she doesn't think people as a whole are ready for that confirmation right now anyway. He says that might change in the coming decades with the advancement of technology.